to Vibes Unplugged on the one and only Afrovibes TV. I'm your host, Lala Red, and today I have a super talented, smart, dexterous young man here with me today that's going to be talking about everything art. We have Saj Baldwin here with us today. Are you excited, Saj?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So, Saj is 15, guys, and when I say his artwork is out of this world, y'all just have to stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. This episode is going to be amazing. A little about Saj. He is a self-taught artist. He goes by the name of Saj Baldwin once again, and he's only 15, making some of the most intricate detail pieces. Saj is still in high school, and in fact, he just finished his finals while creating some of his brilliant pieces. With the help of his loving, supporting parents, Scott and Shawnee, Saj has been able to take his art scene to new heights. Saj and his pieces are inspired by the memories, emotions, and thoughts that have defined his life. Without further ado, once again, please help me welcome Saj Baldwin.
Thank you.
No problem, Saj. So I'm excited to interview you today. I got to talk to your dad on the phone. I got to talk a little bit to your mom, Shawnee, as well. It seems like you really have some super supportive parents, and it seems like you had a great childhood. Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me a little bit about you growing up.
My mom, she's a sociologist and a professor, and so we kind of traveled around the world, or America. But she worked at Reed in Portland, Oregon, so I lived there from first and second grade, and then I was born in Philadelphia.
Nice.
And we moved back to Philadelphia. And then in 2021, we moved here.
Okay.
Because my mom got a job at Rice. And so I've kind of had a diverse experience when it comes to, seeing America. I've been East Coast, West Coast, down South. So, yeah. And my dad, he's an architect. And so I get that creative bone from him. My mom as well, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Smart. Creative parents. That's why you got a creative mind. I see where it comes from. So I can't draw at all, let alone stick figures. I can't even make a star. Your portraits, they're super big and they're very detailed. How did you get into making portraits? What made you start just becoming an artist?
Like I said before, my dad, he's an architect. So he likes sketching buildings. And he would be sketching buildings while I'd be like, drawing him. And ever since I can remember, it's just, man, I've just been obsessed with drawing. I remember in pre-K, I was obsessed with drawing knights and shining armor, like all the time. With my teachers, I would do like challenges, like who can draw the better knight. I lost, but I worked a lot, and I would draw like every day, hours and hours and hours. And yeah, I think that's what
got you there. Okay.
And also, I was inspired by visiting museums and seeing artists like Barkley Hendricks. He's one of my favorite artists. He was an artist from Philadelphia. And work like that, seeing work inspired me.
Okay, nice. I like that answer.
Seeing great work.
So, what was some of the first tools that you used to start like drawing? Were you using pencils first? Were you using markers? Those like what are those called? Like the water paint, the watercolor.
I used whatever I could, get my hands on at first. Pens, pencils. But when my parents saw, that I was into art, especially my dad, he wanted to make sure I had the best materials that I could have that would, enhance my ability to paint and create. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what is it that you want people to take away from your artwork, Saj? Like I said, your art is super detailed. I love the picture with you and your dad with the words, and he was doing your hair. He was cutting your hair. So what are some of the things that you want people to take away from all those details that are in your artwork?
I'm trying to represent my experience as a teenager, growing up mixed race in Houston. And I'm also trying to, teach people or not teach people, but to represent just taking in, the everyday. Accepting the pains and sorrows, but the beauties as well. Life isn't perfect, but by any means. But I like to just appreciate the world. And with my art, I'm trying to, especially right now, represent the beauties of the everyday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And just like your world, you want people to see the perception of how you're looking at the world that you're in. Okay. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. So when you're painting, I know it's like an expression and you feel things when you're painting. How do you go about that? How do you go about emotions while you're drawing and while you're getting your artwork together?
I use color in my work
Okay.
to create, feelings of emotion and love, sadness, beauty, like golds, oranges, reds, blues, all that. I think is really strong. Representing a family connection or like a sunsets and stuff like that. Like I mean, there's a lot of
Okay. I love that. So you've been doing big things this year. I got to see some things you were doing on your Instagram. You got to go to Ghana. I saw that. You got to work with some artists in Ghana. Tell me a little bit about that. How was that going to Ghana? You got to work with Quorum. And then you said you got to work with your favorite artists as well, right?
I didn't work with. So I went to Ghana this summer where I met with a lot of Ghana-based artists.
Okay.
And I went around different studios and I painted with some of them. I met one of my favorite artists, Amwaka Bwafo, for like 2 seconds, but it was very cool, very inspiring, considering he's one of my inspirations. I also met, like she said before, Patrick Quorum, who's another artist that is one of my inspirations, which was very enlightening. And I'm creating a painting that was inspired by my experience. And yeah.
So was this like a workshop? Or?
Well, I visited different studios. And the studios that I visited, my experience was curated by a curator named Workworth Thompson, I believe.
Okay.
And we went around the different studios, and I worked with some artists. I talked with different artists, and it was a great experience. And I won a grant through the Texas Young Masters, which allowed me to travel to Ghana and do that. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So was this something just for like kids your age, high schoolers, or was this like everyone just from around the world? When you went to go to Ghana?
So, well, the grant is for it's every 2 years, and it's for teenagers between, I believe, 9th and 12th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, and I won last year I was the only visual arts winner.
Right.
And you have $10,000 to spend on 2 different years. Okay. So next year I'm going to be traveling as well.
Nice.
To do workshops and studios there. Okay. And so I flew to Ghana, and Akor, the curator, she told me which artists to meet and introduced me to them, and yeah.
Nice. So this is that award that you won. That was that prestigious award for high schoolers.
This is something different. Separate, yeah.
Okay.
That was what I won.
We're gonna get into that too. Yeah. We're gonna get into that too. Yes, yeah. All right. Perfect. So, did you get to take like any photos with Quorum? Did you get to? Did he help you paint at all? Did he give you any instructions?
There's a group of young artists that I met. Okay. They introduced me to oil painting in Ghana. Patrick Quorum, we talked about art and work and navigating the art world. But when it comes to actually painting, I did that with a group of young artists in their studio, and I just picked up oil painting now. So that's like my new medium that I'm working on.
Cool.
I haven't completed anything, so I've got nothing to show. But that was through Ghana. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that is really cool. I haven't even been to Ghana yet, so you're lucky, and you got to meet some amazing people there, so that's awesome as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the visual arts award that you won for. It was out of 1,000 or thousands of students, but they only picked 20 of you guys, right, for visual arts?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that. How did you get into that? Did your parents see that, or do you have like a manager or something that helps you out?
My school.
Okay.
They encourage all seniors. I'm not a senior, but they encourage all seniors or if they're forced to apply.
Okay.
It's for a grade, a major grade.
Okay.
I'm not a senior, but it's open from sophomore to senior year. Okay. And I wanted to do it last year, and they encourage everyone to do it, right? And so I applied. You know, so I want to apply. And I was the only one in our department in the whole department to win. And
okay.
so I'm going to Miami in January, and yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So do you know what you're gonna? Have you been thinking about what you're gonna show out there, or is it like you're gonna do a live painting in front of them, or how does that work when you go to the competition?
So I've won the award, but
Okay.
there's gonna be an exhibition. They've selected 3 different works, which will be shown in an exhibition where in Miami. And the award has been the award is in all different mediums, or all different types of art. Timothy Chalamet won it when he was in high school, and so did a lot of older actors and stuff like that, actresses. I believe Misty Copeland, you know who that is, a ballerina.
No.
She's going to be one of the teachers for the group. So it's an experience to learn and also to spread and meet more people, and I can win up to $10,000 there and become a presidential scholar.
Nice. Well, we're gonna claim it. You're gonna win. You're winning. We're claiming it. Your artwork is amazing. We're claiming it. You're winning it. Like, you already got it. I'm super proud of you, though. That's really cool. That's awesome that you get to go to Miami. You're about to be able to win $10,000. Your work is about to be shown in front of so many people. There's prestigious people that's going to be there judging you guys. So that's really awesome. And just to be 15 and be doing something like this, like, Houston's a big place. There's a lot going on here. You could be doing something else. You could have been going down a negative road. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're 15, you're in school, you're still doing your school work, you're thriving in school, your parents are amazing. You have a lot of support, and you're doing what you need to do to just get your life together, be better in life. That's amazing. Are you planning on going to college too? Yeah, because I know you got a scholarship from if you win, or did you get it already because of?
Well, I haven't won any scholarship yet, but or I haven't won any scholarship, but I do plan on going to college.
School.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, I've got a lot of different schools that I'm looking.
You got some ideas?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 3. What's 3 schools that you want to go to?
I'm interested in Rice. I'm interested in NYU, and I'm interested in RISD, a couple other schools.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
So you might stay here.
Yeah, because my mom works here. So
yeah. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, you guys, and we will be right back in a moment to continue our interview with Taj Bowen. Welcome back to Vibes Unplugged on Afrovibes TV. Again, I'm your host, Lala Red, and we have our guest here, Taj Bowen. So we're just going to jump straight back into it. I really want to get into it about your work. I want to know details. I want to know what was going on in that brain of yours to get those amazing pieces that you got. So let's talk a little bit about your portraits that you've done.
Okay, so I do a lot of self-portraits right now because right now I'm just trying to represent my experience. I think it's unique for teen art, or at least work that talks about the teen experience in a way that's mature. I'm not sure if my work's mature yet, but I'm working on it. Trying to make work that tells the stories of teenhood in a way that's strong and intelligent.
Cool. Okay, so let's talk about some pieces. Give me 4 or 5 pieces that you want to talk about. Obviously, all of your pieces represent you, but some of your favorite pieces that you've done.
Okay, so one of my pieces, titled "Lined Up," is a piece representing my father cutting my hair, and it's talking about my racial identity and the pieces of me and how I feel me and how I feel and my relationship with my father, my white father, and in the piece, I'm looking in the mirror, and chunks of me are on my dad and through his skin, and chunks of him through my skin, through collage, and that is navigating my racial identity.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces, actually. I thought that was really cool. when I saw the details of the wording that you had on you and your dad, I was like, I really want to know what this is about. So I'm glad you talked about that. Give me another one. What else?
Let's see. Another one of my pieces titled Contemplation. It's a watercolor. It's one of my more recent pieces. Well, I've gone through different, stylistic changes. I started with graphite pencil drawings, and then it evolved to color pencil, gray and white color pencil, which then evolved to watercolor, which is the one I'm talking about now. And then I just started oil painting. But this watercolor one I did over this summer. I did it while in the beginning of our trip in Ghana, and then also in our layover. We had a layover in Lisbon before going to Ghana because you have to stop somewhere to get to Ghana.
So you were in the airport doing this?
No, the layover.
Oh, I was like,
the flight gave us 5 days to be to be in Lisbon on the airport. It's like for free because and so I just painted a lot in Lisbon.
Gotcha.
And that work is about my experience in school and feeling, especially in like my day, because I go to an art school. Half of the day is in academic classes like math, science, chemistry, and then the other half is in art class. But I felt last year that the academic part weighed like it was all I'd ever think about. And then it felt like I wasn't taking in the beauties of the world that like I wanted to take in. And so I painted it. I painted the painting in sunset colors like reds, whites, pinks, oranges, yellows. But I'm sitting in school, and it's kind of a juxtaposition, and it's just representing the way I was feeling, as in like I'm missing the beauties of life because I'm stuck in school. But then also, and when I'm in school, I want to be seeing the beauties. And then when I'm watching that sunset, you know what I mean? All I can think about is school. So it was about that.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. How are you even thinking of something that intricate while you're in school? Like, that's amazing. Okay. Give me another one. I need at least 3 more.
Let's see. Another piece. This was an earlier one I made when I was 12 called Dreams of the Sublime. That one was inspired by European art, more specifically like Romanticism and the works of the early 1800s. But that piece is kind of similar to the one I just mentioned in that it discusses work and schoolwork and just a feeling of stress that at least I get as a student, and how that impacts my mental state. And I felt when I was making, I was only 11 to 12 when I was making it.
11 to 12?
I think I was early 12. While I was making it though, I was feeling very stressed out. As I think I have felt since like middle school started. And now I'm in high school, 2 times that. But I felt like I was doing work with the intention of it getting easier. But then I was like, it's never, it's never going to get easier.
Yeah.
But it's like it's dreams of sublime, which is like I'm dreaming of, just the world as being, perfect, I guess. But it's never actually going to happen. But it feels like I'm working towards this, peace and calm. By doing all my schoolwork, I'm looking one day it's just going to be perfect. But it's never actually going to come. But it's about that mentality, I guess. And how it can be harmful to like kind of put everything away in your life, just do schoolwork with the expectation that it's all going to get better. If that makes any sense.
I'm just blown away at the fact that you're 15 and you're this like wise. Like the representations and behind your work and the reasoning of your work is like, I'm just blown away. That's all I can say. I'm just blown away. When I saw your work on Instagram, I was like, I have to get you in to talk to you because I really wanted to know like what was going on behind some of those pieces. They're super intricate. And it's like, I wouldn't have thought you were 15 if I didn't see you on your Instagram, And I'm like, oh, this is the kid that's doing this artwork. I would have thought you were like an adult that has been doing this. Obviously, you've been doing this all your life, but I would have thought you were an adult that's have like already won all of these like been nominated for all this stuff and you've worked with this person and your work is in like these celebrity houses. Like your work is that good. Like, and if I was your parents, I already know your dad and your mom are super proud. So it's just amazing. Anyway, give me one more.
Let's see. Another one, which I mentioned before, is a painting of me in Ghana, in the market. And it's representing the stress of being in such a clustered space. When I was there, it felt super chaotic.
Okay.
But then when I like slowed down and paid attention to each person, they all had an organization to the way, that they were living. And me in a new environment where there's people going every which way, very loud, smells and sounds of everything. It was very chaotic, but there was an organization to it, and I felt like it was a metaphor for life.
Okay.
The organized chaos of life. So the title is Organized Chaos, and I use negative space and colors that I saw a lot throughout Ghana. So I used browns and reds, like the ground. In Ghana, there's a lot of red ground, a lot of red dirt. And so I use negative space to represent that concept, and then the red and brown dirt to kind of pay homage to the environment.
That was nice. It does remind me of like sand or the clay, the ground that's there. Yeah. So that was really
kind
awesome.
of like a terracotta tone.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you think big, you're super creative. Your mind is big. Tell me about your dreams. Like, what's your dream? What do you really want to come out of you being an artist? Like, what is your ultimate goal?
I want to paint a lot. I want to get good. I want to
get good.
I mean, I want to get to a point where like my work is like. I mean, I probably never will because nobody ever, appreciates their own work to like that extent. Yeah. But I want to be able to make work where I see it and I feel like, this is good work. Yeah. Which I don't think I'm there yet at all. I mean, everyone's their worst critic, but I'm a terrible critic in my work. Like I see every mistake and see that to me. I want to get to a point, which I guess this is probably a goal which I can't get, but I want to get to a point where I can look at my work and be proud of it. And maybe that's more of a mental thing than actually like physical thing. Yeah. I also want to travel a lot. I want to see the world, which I guess is kind of a cliche, but I want to go to every continent. Yeah. I want to see different museums, see different art, see different cultures. I want to live everywhere. I want to live everywhere and just paint. Okay. And yeah, those are my two goals. That's your goal. Okay, cool. He said he wants to get good enough. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? You guys just saw that artwork, good enough. That was amazing. But like you said, we are always our worst critics. We're always hard on ourselves, but lighten up a little bit. You're doing amazing. You're 15. Soak that in. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? You're doing amazing. You're doing awesome. Let's go ahead and do your social media so everybody can know where they can look at your work. Do you have like a YouTube or anything else or a website? I have an Instagram. Okay. Baldwin_draws. You can follow me on there. Look at my work. Yep. Baldwin_draws. All right. My middle name is Baldwin, but my family always called me Saj Baldwin, so. Oh my gosh, why was I texting your dad and I'm like, hey, Baldwin family? He never corrected me. So funny. Okay, so lastly, let's just do like a quick fun little round here. We'll just get to know you a little bit. What's your favorite number? My favorite number, 7, I guess. Oh, that's mine too. What's your sign? Leo. Leo, okay. Virgo, Leo, I'm the day cusp. Okay, so you're like both. You're like it depends on which astrological thing you're looking at. Yeah, okay. Favorite song? Favorite song. It changes. Depending on your mood. I guess like it's a little overplayed, but like the one that like I've liked forever is Love by Kendrick Lamar. But okay. I don't listen to it that much anymore, but I think it's like the song that I can come back to. Yeah. So how do you feel, speaking of Kendrick Lamar, since we're on that topic,
How'd you feel about? You listen to Drake too, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. How'd you feel about Kendrick and Drake's little debacle or little argument that they had?
I mean, Kendrick won. Yeah. Everyone knows that. I mean, yeah. I think Kendrick as an artist is just better in general, but I think Drake has hits. So
yeah. He's for the.
I still listen to Drake because they hit, but it's not like Kendrick's. I think Kendrick's work is more. It has more meaning.
Yeah, it's more impactful. I agree with that for sure.
Drake's music is good to feel good.
Because it's like
Kendrick makes you think. So
I feel you. Yeah. Do you play any sports?
Do I play any sports? I used to.
Okay, what did you used to play?
I used to play a lot of soccer.
Okay.
I've stopped though. So.
Oh, that's maybe where your brother's getting that from. He told me he wants to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So your dad, he's an architect, right?
Yeah.
Are you planning on like doing any work with him at all? Do you feel like that's not something you want to tap into?
I find design and architecture very interesting, but I kind of want to create my own work.
Okay.
Instead of working with a group of people that like I don't know make some big design that has to be changed by a company or all that sort of thing. I kind of just want to work from for myself. I just want to paint.
Yeah.
Or design. I don't want to. Have to do things for other people.
Right. Okay.
I'm not big into commissions or anything like that.
Okay.
I want to make my own stuff.
Right. You want to be authentic. You don't want to be boxed in.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to make a design for a building which has no interest to me.
Gotcha. Okay. That's understandable. Yeah. That's understandable. All right. Let me see. Let's play. Let's do 2 truths and a lie.
All right.
Let's play that. Let's wrap it up with 2 truths and a lie. So let me see. Well, you got to give me 2. You got to give me 2 truths and a lie. Now I got to think of what it is.
Let's see.
Nothing that we've already discussed, because then I'm gonna get it. All right, I already know it.
Let's see. I lived in Idaho.
Okay.
My dad's from Minnesota.
Ooh, Midwest.
And let's see, what's another one? I love museums.
Okay, so I know you love museums because you're an artist.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your dad, he gives Midwest vibes a little. So like he may be from Minnesota. I'm from the Midwest too, so it's like he kind of gives me Midwest vibes. You never lived in Idaho, I feel like. You never lived out there with the potatoes. That was the one?
Yeah.
See, I know my stuff. I knew it. All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming through today, Saj. I was so excited and elated to talk to you. I'm glad I got to meet you guys. I'm glad we got to sit down and talk about your artwork and just get your artwork out there some more. So I appreciate you. And that's a wrap, y'all. And we'll see you on the next episode of Vibes Unplugged.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course.